This is not your imagination. 1111 is a doorway. It's about coming into alignment with our true purpose. It's as if a cycle of forgetfulness came over us, and now we're here to realign all our ones, all our aces. It's a bit like poker. 1111 is like when you get four aces, you're in your command, you're in your power, because the number one, what does it represent? It's all about sovereignty, power, alignment. It's the rod of energy. So when they come together, we see that the 11 and the 11 is a mirror. And what this mirroring means, this reflection, is that mirroring is all about what we do to others, we're doing to ourselves. So this is a cycle breaker code that allows us to be very conscious of what we're doing, not to others, but to ourselves. So this is all about what I call a global upgrade. It's about a call to attunement. And I've studied over the years in Byron Bay in the early days. There was a woman called Solara. She came to Byron Bay in 1992 and she released the 1111 activation. And this was her other little pamphlet about it. I'll just read the paragraph she wrote. 1111 is a pre-encoded trigger placed within our cellular memory. Placed within our cellular memory banks prior to our descent into matter, which when activated signifies that our time of completion is near. So I see 1111 as a doorway. This trigger is about kind of like waking up to understanding what our true purpose is. Some people, when they align to this, they see themselves as grid workers. They travel around the planet, going to sacred sites. One of my earliest memories, or the first person who was actually talked about 1111 before Solara, was someone born in 1946, Uri Geller. So when we were children watching TV, we were watching this magical guy called Uri Geller from Israel, and he was able to pick up a spoon like this. This is full metal, and with his awareness and attunement, he was able to talk to the spoon, to recognize the spoon doesn't even exist, like in the Matrix, and just simply bend it, just bend it like that. So that was my introduction to 1111, that we have a greater power within us when we actually come into alignment. In history, there was a date in 1918, just recognize that in 1918, 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 8 adds up to 19, which is 10, which is a 1. So this year is called the Armistice Day. That was on the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918 when World War I was signed in Paris. It ended, but at 11 a.m. So this date, when World War I, the Great War, ended, was on 11-11-11 code in Paris at 11 a.m. So that's the only thing I know in history. But in terms of marriages in the USA, on the 11th of the 11th month in 2011, so 11-11-11, something happened with marriages. Though on a typical day in America, there would be like 1,700 marriages per day. But on this day, on the 11th of the 11th, there was 24,000. So that ratio, when you divide 1,700 into 24,000, it's about 14 point something. So you slide the decimal. So that was an increase in 1,400%, 1,400%, to show that people who wanted to couple and make their vows on that day, they all resonated to this thing about 1111. So I just thought that was really like a cosmic incident that it kind of peaked. Yeah, so this is not a coincidence. This is all about whatever our intentions are, we amplify it. So that's why we have this fascination when we see it on the clock, 11:11, or 1 past 11, or 10:10, or on a digital clock you might have 01:01. So when these numbers all pop up, it's kind of like a trigger or a reminder to actually take notice of what you were thinking of. When you see it on the clock at that time, always take notice on what was happening right then. What were you thinking of? The fact that you even noticed the clock at that time. Yeah, so I just wanted to conclude that this is kind of like a portal. It's an activation code. So as the 11th of the 11th arrives soon, make yourself a little ritual, go out in nature, just remind yourself to be in attunement with all that is. Thank you.